How is Mike looking for tonight?
Good. He's in.
Okay. Does he will you have to monitor that any closer, or just
I mean,
kind of,
I would, we'll be mindful of it, but he's a great communicator. I'm sure he'll let us know.
And then offensively, are you looking at? Do you have to do things differently, or does it just come down to the shots that you're getting and making?
We did miss a lot of wide open and good looks the other night, but I still think that we got to do things better. They're committed to putting two on the ball, whether it be Cat in the post or Ant on the perimeter. For the most part, I thought those guys made the right play. Maybe they can make it a little bit earlier. Sometimes the timing was maybe a little off, but then the play out of that play was probably where we let ourselves down. We got to make the right play coming out of that. When we put two on the ball, you got to be pick up your passing and decision making out of it. So we looked at a lot of those situations. Hope to be better tonight.
Chris, how important? The start is always important, but on a night like tonight, when you're facing elimination, how important is a start to just restore some confidence, whether it's in the team or in the building as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, listen, our team's confident. We've started all these games well. I think first 6 minutes over the series were something like a plus 30-something. So, we've been getting off to great starts, so no reason to think any different. And guys are confident. We always thought this was going to be a long series. It doesn't matter how we got here, but we always thought that it would be a long series. So Game 6 at home, if you mapped it out 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago, or whatever it was, seemed pretty logical. So
having Ant bring the ball up has its obvious advantages, but one of the things it seems like, as you guys have been leaning into it, there are fewer Mike and Rudy high pick and rolls and maybe not as many cuts. Is that some of the secondary action you were just talking about needing to do, or is that something that kind of has to get lessened with him out there?
Well, there was no Mike Rudy pick and rolls in Game 5.
Yeah,
Right. So good observation there. Listen, having Mike back in it helps in every capacity. The Mike Rudy pick and roll has been golden for us all season, and something that we go to. It's like a bit of a comfort blanket. So, and also, it helps Anthony. You don't have to face all that pressure early on. So,
Chris, with Rudy on the roll, you got him involved more at the basket, and Carl had a lot of success playing out of the post, whether as a scorer or as a passer. Yeah. Rudy was talking about after the game about imposing size in this, and I think we think about that defensively a lot. Yeah. How much do you need to impose size offensively?
I think usually Rudy's talking about imposing size. He wants us to throw him the ball at the basket. It's a good way for him. But, I thought we made a conscious effort of trying to find him. He had been open more than we had been finding him, and, he's been a large part of our offense. So we got to take advantage of whether they're switching on to him in some units or whether they're up in coverage in other units. So it was something going into the last game that we really kind of focused on trying to do. Our guys did a good job of finding that. So.